Okay. We're just gonna go to my car right here, okay?
Oh, I hate it like that. I just want to...
Go, step inside. Don't say that right now, because everything's being recorded right now.
On August 14th, 2023, at around 8:30 p.m., Officer Anthony Hale of the San Diego Police Department in California arrived near a convenience store in the northern part of the city to assist his colleagues in arresting two suspects accused of car theft. The woman wearing a red top is one of the suspects.
Put your hands behind your back, sir.
Thank you. Hey, why are you guys tripping on me?
Hey, just listen to him.
Put your hands behind your back. There you go. Stay like that.
Why are you guys tripping like that? I can't
Follow
come
our
out of the
instructions.
Listen to him.
I can't come out of the
Put your hands behind your back.
Hey, with the light is on my fucking face, man.
Put your hands behind your back.
After placing the talkative male suspect into the police car, the officer proceeded to search the female suspect to ensure she was not carrying any weapons. Since there were no female officers present, the male officer followed protocol and conducted the search using his arm.
Okay. We're just gonna go to my car right here, okay?
Follow me. Is this car right here?
On the other side of my car.
After conducting a brief search, the officer checked the woman's identification and discovered that she already had an outstanding arrest warrant for previous charges. Officer Hale then handed over the other suspect, who was the woman's boyfriend, to his colleagues.
Babies, I love you.
The officer then approached the woman, preparing to place her in his vehicle and transport her to police headquarters.
So let's go.
Oh, who said it? You heard him when he said it.
Oh, let's go.
About asking me.
Yeah, this way. Walk across the street.
He said he was going to ask me. What's that? Why are you the only mean one right here?
I'm not mean.
Bro, you're the only dick right
No,
here.
we can
Honestly,
talk more once we get into the car, okay?
why are you the only one? Not really.
I'm
You're doing your
nice
job.
to
I
you.
understand. You're doing your job. But why do you hate it like that? I just want to...
Go, step inside.
Although the suspect had a big weapon, the officer did not have any particular concerns at that moment. He later read the Miranda rights to her, but soon after, the woman launched an attack on the officer.
Why are you asking that? What do you mean? I'm cool to you.
Not bad. What is it gonna hurt you if I were to sleep with that? You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I see shit. I don't know. If I were in your shoes, that's south on Denver.
Faced with the suspect's insinuations, Officer Hale seemed momentarily shaken, but still started the car and transported her to police headquarters. A few hours later, he set out again, driving overnight to transfer the suspect to the Las Colinas Women's Detention Facility, 30 kilometers away. By now, it was past 1 a.m., and the roads were nearly empty, with only a few vehicles and pedestrians in sight. Seizing the opportunity, the woman in the backseat launched another round of attacks.
Yeah. Oh, you're not.
Due to the loud noise inside the car, much of what the suspect said was unclear. Seeing that the officer was not responding, the suspect in the back seat shifted from subtle hints to more explicit statements, making their conversation increasingly direct.
A little bit. Well, I can't hear you now. Don't say that right now. I said don't say that right now, because everything's being recorded right now. What's going on?
Noticing that the suspect appeared unwell, the officer initially showed concern and asked if she was okay, but received only silence in response. He then slowed the car, turned off, and removed his body camera, preparing to assist the woman in the back seat. However, since his patrol car was still equipped with a GPS tracking system, police records later showed that after turning off the body camera, Officer Hale drove into a quiet residential area near the detention facility. About 20 minutes later, he called his supervisor, claiming that he and the suspect were locked in the back seat. Clearly, he had only thought about getting in and had not considered how to get out. In the US, police cars are typically modified to detain suspects, with rear door handles and window controls removed or child safety locks activated, making it impossible to open the doors from the inside. Approximately an hour later, at around 2:30 a.m., Officer Hale's supervisor finally arrived with a spare key to unlock the vehicle.
Alright, sir, step out of the vehicle for me. 114 yellow. What code for? Everything just went wrong. Okay, hold on. Let me turn my camera off. She's code 4? She's code 4. Okay.
Although the arriving supervisor did not say much, he seemed to have a clear understanding of what had just happened inside the car. After turning off his own body camera, Officer Hale explained that he had been checking the suspect's pulse in an emergency, and had intended to keep the door propped open with his foot, but it accidentally shut. The two officers then continued transporting the suspect to the detention facility, and Hale's body camera was turned back on. Footage showed a female officer inspecting and processing the suspect upon arrival. It was evident that not only had Hale been significantly delayed, but his actions also violated department policy. As a result, 2 detectives interviewed him the next day. However, Hale firmly denied any misconduct, insisting that nothing inappropriate had happened between him and the suspect. He claimed that he had only been checking her condition when the door accidentally closed. Following the interview, Hale even reenacted the situation for investigators to demonstrate what had occurred.
Opened the door, and then as I came in like that, I was trying to wake her up. My feet wasn't this, my feet didn't get caught like that. And then when I was like waking her up, that's when I noticed that this door closed on me. And then that's when I was like frantic trying to open the door, but I know there's no door opener. And then from then she was able to. So I was like this majority of the time. I was trying to get her up because her face was right here.
Okay.
Right here, and then I was trying to like wake her up to get her up. And then next thing you know, I hear the door close on me. I was frantic. I was looking. And then that's when she started to kind of like, I guess, wake up or get dazed off, whatever. And then that's when I asked her like, hey, are you having a hard time breathing? She said, no. Do you need medics? No. I was like, okay, all right. Just stay right there. And then that's when I was trying to open the door.
Okay.
And then that's when I went on D2.
All right, you can jump up. Let's jump up.
Do you mind?
Officer Hale's reenactment was so convincing that even he couldn't help but laugh. Investigators then interviewed the female suspect, who also stated that no physical contact had occurred between them and that they had only exchanged contact information. However, forensic tests on Hale's clothing revealed traces of semen on his belt. The subsequent investigation report concluded that Hale had violated at least 7 department policies and several state laws during the incident. Yet, just a month after the event, Hale voluntarily resigned from the police department, effectively avoiding further questioning by investigators. As of now, he has not faced any criminal charges. What are your thoughts on this case? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments.